It turns red when you hit it.
Bro, the things I had to do to get here on time. The things I had to do to be here 27 minutes late. Unreal.
You know what's funny? I only got here like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, we were actually ripping into
I was
you.
railing you for a second.
Well, like, Veki, we understand. You guys coming from Whoop Whoop.
Tullamarine.
What was your excuse, bro?
I had to go home, close the curtains, you know.
Bro, you've just shown to everyone how absolutely useless you are.
Bro, Riad said it the other day. Like, I live at home alone. Like, you gotta make sure like it looks like someone's home.
Bro, if I lived home alone, I'd probably use one room in the whole house.
Like, you still wouldn't even use the room.
No, like literally everything will be in that one room. Like sleep,
Shit in a
PC,
bucket.
and probably the room that's closest to the toilet.
Hey, but you're superstitious. Would you use that room to watch Man United games?
Yeah, it will be that one room.
Nah,
Everything,
you can't.
everything.
You wouldn't be able to.
So all I have to do is clean one room, and the rest can just close it off, mate.
Doesn't help. It doesn't work like that, bro.
Nah,
Still got to dust.
You leave the TV on. That's the most ethnic way to do it. If you leave the house.
And the front light.
Yeah.
The front
and
room
that's
light.
what I have to go home to do. And
That's
then-
ethnic security. You don't need to. You don't
Have you
need
boys
to
looked at the fixture list for the Premier League, like the first week?
No.
bro.
So basically, Liverpool versus Bournemouth is at 5 a.m. on Saturday morning. So it's like
Fantastic.
Friday
Beautiful.
rollover. And it's that whole thing of if we can pick up 3 points there, then I know I can look forward to our Arsenal versus Manchester United. Trouble-free, knowing that 3 points are in the bag. However, if we F it up and we drop points, it's just the start of a shitty week already.
Yeah.
Veki, brother, it's game week 1. Three points are not going to matter,
When
bro.
you lose the league by a point or two for
Twice
seasons
in a row
consecutively,
almost.
Yeah.
every point counts.
What would you rather? Would you rather your team play at the start of the week, at the game week, or the end of the game week?
I don't think it matters, bro.
I like start of the game week.
To start, yeah.
Because if you win, it's like you can just relax now and enjoy the rest of the game.
Because if you think about it, if you get railed in the group chat, you can get railed early on. You don't have to worry about it
Yeah, it's
later.
out of the way.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
No,
then,
it's just done.
If you play before everyone else, no one rails you in case they lose.
Yeah, and also that. Yeah, that's even better.
100%. Like Oogie's a
Yeah.
lot more quiet when, like, you know, let's say Liverpool's lost the first day, but then like Chelsea's playing like 2 hours. He'll
Yeah.
wait for their 90 minutes to be up, and then he'll message
And
you.
then
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
talking,
He won't message you before that anymore.
Honestly, it's a lot more enjoyable when you know that your team's already got 3 points in the bag.
Absolutely.
And then you're just waiting for a slip up. You do the hate alongs.
yeah. So hey, watch it.
Welcome to another episode of OTB.
Willkommen.
We have a full panel tonight. Fiko, Berkz, Veki, Riad and myself. Our other co-host, Oogie, is currently in the Mediterranean. Just before he gets his nose reduction surgery, actually, at Istanbul. So
I heard he's going for another hair transplant.
I think it's a 2-in-1 combo. He's going to get a new hair transplant and have his nose reduced.
Right.
I think they got the
that's a big
GSM
job.
wrong last time on his. The thickness wasn't all there.
didn't he have a nose surgery not long ago?
Yeah, that was so that he could do the reduction surgery.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, so it's like, you know how you get your teeth done, you got to make sure your gums and everything are right. You get your teeth extracted, you wait 3 months, then you go have the new ones put in.
Yeah.
This was like that. He had his nose checked out, and they reduced one. They cut one of the bones in it, and now 3 months later he's gone so that he could have the proper surgery to actually get it shrunk.
Because it was that big.
I would have thought. I'm like, hey, you're already under the knife. Just tell him to cut half of it off, bro. Like, you know.
Well, I think essentially that's what he said. He wanted like a little tip. Like he wanted it to point up a little bit.
People actually think it would be serious.
I am. Wait, don't you guys know?
So he's actually having a secondary surgery?
Yeah, he
legitimately?
is. Legitimately.
He's having a
Yeah.
rhinoplasty.
Because you started getting into it, I'm like, fuck, that's pretty technical. Like,
No, he's
are you a
like, is
doctor?
it rhinoplasty or something he said it was?
There you go.
Rhinoplasty, yeah.
He's going to have
rhinoplasty.
like a little tip put onto like his nose, so it like sort of sits up a little bit higher.
I would pay good money if they accidentally took his penis. I'd legitimately pay funds towards that. So good.
Off to a bang.
But yeah, speaking about Oogie, he's going to be doing his match day vlog that's upcoming. He's going to be doing the West Ham Chelsea game over in England. I'm very much looking forward to that.
If he's not too stressed, we'll
Is
see.
that their game week 1?
I think it's 2. I think it's their second game away
Gary
game
Bowen
to
hat-trick. I'd love it. I'd love it.
But I mean, we've seen a bit of football now with the preseason. We've seen a couple of games. What are you guys sort of making of your
Absolutely.
teams and how they've been going through the preseason? Do you take Do you take much out of preseason, or is it just sort of?
Veki, you've been watching a lot of preseason games.
Don't get me started on
Every
Veki.
single
You know what's funny?
Tell us about the
All
commitment.
jokes aside, and like for the Arsenal game, for example, I've said certain things about both Tottenham and Arsenal, and what's happening is the commentators and both sets of fans are noticing the same patterns. So kind of like, in a way, like I'm like, okay, I know what I'm talking about here. And then it's literally the same case for the Liverpool games. For the Liverpool game specifically, because obviously I'm going to let Alpi talk about Arsenal a little bit more.
No, you can talk about all of them if you
No,
want.
I'm going to say, like, for Liverpool specifically.
You haven't been here for a while. You're having an ADHD
Yeah.
attack. Go crazy. Get it out.
I'm doing what Riad's doing last episode, talk about United for 45 minutes.
Get it out,
So
bro.
excited.
I didn't want to
Let
talk
it go.
about United, but yeah.
I think we're absolutely amazing attacking wise, and we're so top heavy with our signings, and we're going to do a lot of teams on the counter attack and transition because our speed in transition is absolutely insane. But I do feel we are so top heavy, and we're a little bit light at the back, especially in terms of centre backs. I'm hoping that's something that we address. Obviously, like, we are chasing Isaac actively, which is another forward addition. But I really think we need to sort of balance the team out a little bit more and start looking at those centre-back options. Because, again, Kwanzaa's gone. Gomez has been sent back with an injury. So you're really left with
What are they?
Konate, Verge.
and Konate
Essentially.
could potentially even leave as well.
And there's immediate talk of like Endo filling in, Grav filling in at centre-back, which is less than ideal.
Yeah,
so
don't
I
like that
really
at all.
don't want us
Yeah, I don't like that at
to
all.
be in that scenario. So Liverpool's point of view, looking really good offensively. What I'm noticing, what I said to him, is without being punished necessarily, we're getting caught a lot on the counter attack. So that can kind of be said that it was always our weakness, but I don't know if I feel I've seen a lot of it in pre-season, and I don't like it.
Berkz, what have you seen?
Not much. I've just been watching the highlights, bro. I haven't had access to the games. I've seen bits and pieces there, but from what I have seen, it's been fun to
You
watch.
already
At
knew
least.
the answer, bro.
I'm not watching preseason, bro. I've committed to watching the season this year properly, but I'm not going to watch preseason. I don't even know where to watch it.
Berkz has been unwell.
And I've been dying for the last week too. Actually,
Berkz has
It's true.
been unwell.
I have been honestly. I've been dying.
Yeah, look, I think Veki summed up what we've sort of seen from Liverpool in the preseason quite well there. Attacking, devastating going forward. However, on transitions and when you do get pinned back in, the defensive solidity maybe hasn't been sort of what you'd expect from champions. Do you think there is plans to address this?
There is, but from a business point of view, it doesn't make sense to pay 50 mil for Guehi when he's got 1 year left in his contract and can be potentially gone on a free the following season. So I know the club is actively looking at younger centre-backs they can bring in, and they'll probably bring him in sometime next year.
And Palace are being really stubborn about that fee as well.
Yeah, they
Crystal
want the
Palace?
50.
Yeah,
they don't want to
yeah.
settle for like a 20 or a 30. They want their 50 and they're not budging. So I think that's why that move hasn't gone anywhere. The latest move that I've honestly, whilst I'm driving here, is Al Hilal have agreed personal terms with Darwin Núñez.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Hey,
verbal,
back on the Gahey topic.
Clubs have agreed.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not.
So that's updated even more. Then.
Back on the Gahey topic, don't you think, hypothetically speaking, you guys lose Konate, don't you think Gahey's a bit of a downgrade?
I personally do, because I really rate Konate.
Different players.
Different players, yes. I feel like Gahey, like, he's good for what Palace does. I'm not sure if it'll work well with like Liverpool's pairings, especially with the two new fullbacks as well. I don't know, it'd be an interesting mix.
But I'll put it to you, what can Konate do that Guehi can't do?
I think, sorry, just to jump in here, I think Konate is a much better partner for Van Dijk than Guehi will be for Van Dijk.
That's essentially the way I'm looking at it.
I think what Konate gives you is more in terms of his coverage of the right back position, how aerially strong he is, how strong in the tackle he is, one-on-one defensively. I think he's much better at that than what Guehi is.
Yeah.
I think what Guehi excels at, Van Dijk eclipses him in those things. So in terms of the passing on the ball, that's all Van Dijk. Van Dijk's been your playmaker from deep for years and years. That won't change with Guehi coming in.
To be honest, I actually really like Joe Gomez as well, but he can't get on the park. Like he's missed like 250
Matip
games. You know what I mean?
Gomez were unreal on the ball
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
But I think what Konate gives you in the physicality sense eclipses what Guehi could in that same thing.
Also, how does Guehi look in a back two compared to how he looks playing for England, which generally play with a back three? Crystal Palace play with a back three, as in three centre backs. So personally, I reckon he is a downgrade for Kanate. Kanate's, as Alpi mentioned, he's physically way ahead of him.
I wouldn't
Like, I'd
say
feel more confident with a 1v1 defending if I had Kanate compared to if I had Gahey.
To add to that, every time Martinelli would break down the left-hand side when Trent was in La La Land, I knew nothing was going to happen because Kanate was there.
Correct.
But I don't know. In a way, that would kind of that to me says more about Martinelli than it does about Konate because a centre back winger matchup is mostly like it goes in the winger's favour.
Absolutely,
because the winger will absolutely leave them for dead.
Konate was so good physically and in the 1v1 that I never expected Martinelli to get past him. And I think that could be said for most players that would counter Liverpool down that side.
And just on Riad's point as well, how's he going to be feeling playing in a back two or like, you know, especially with Liverpool, we're going to be playing. Yeah. Like, we've got very attacking.
I don't think you'll play a back two, bro. I don't think Kirkes will push up.
But I don't know.
No, he hasn't been in pre-season at all.
It'll always be a 3.
It's been a 3.
He hasn't been pushing up as much, but just to that point though, like Palace are a lot more settled than Liverpool would be at the back.
Yeah.
So I feel like because they're on the back foot a lot more often than like a Liverpool would be, I feel like because of that, Gahey's already got his 2-3 players next to him already. They're a bit more of a solid, straight 4. You know what I mean? They play their blocks and stuff. Whereas, I don't know, is that going to be a bit shaky if they're playing 2 or 3?
And let's be real as well. Like you guys signing Frimpong, was it? Mm-hmm. He's also a downgrade to Trent as well.
Oh, I don't agree.
I don't think so.
I don't think so at all.
I think he's a downgrade to Trent. Like let's be real. Like Trent is obviously playing for Madrid now. All right, so he's gotten himself into, you know, the biggest club in the world. Clearly
I think
for
that
a
can
reason.
be argued because
so not only you've downgraded Trent, now you're possibly looking to downgrade Konate. So you guys might be conceding a lot of goals this year.
But downgraded in what sense though? What's your...
In a sense where everything we're talking about
I'm biting.
individual skills, we're talking about performances, defensive performances.
I think it's too simplistic to put it down like that because...
Like I've seen Frimpong's highlights and I'll be honest with you, there's not much going other than his pace.
I feel like that's bait. I'm
serious.
He's actually said that before. I believe him.
But how much of Frimpong have you seen? Like, what are his strengths? Have you seen what his strengths are?
He's pace. That's about it.
Bro,
he's much.
It's
more
not just
that.
pace. It's
I don't think
pace.
he doesn't have the physical attributes.
He doesn't need
Trent
to.
had.
Why would
I don't think
what
he's
physical
got
attributes has
I don't
Trent
think
had,
he's
bro?
got the foot skills and the passing and the vision that Trent had.
Elfie's loving this.
So
because for once it's not me.
No. I'm being serious. Like these are some like concern. Okay. Like if I was a Liverpool fan, thank God I'm not. But if I was, these are the things that I'd be concerned about.
But wait, why would you be concerned about creativity when you've just brought in?
I have no concerns
Berkz
about that because the whole reason why Berkz was brought in is to replace the creativity that was lost from fullback at right back.
And so you're saying what Berkz is playing as a right back?
They're two completely different players. No, what I'm saying is there's been a creativity loss through Trent, through mainly his crossing and passing ability.
Yeah.
So from defensive line onto runners, that's lost now, gone. So how do you replace that? Well, clearly Frimpong is not here to replace that. He's here to add a different dimension. He's here to be more solid defensively, hopefully, because that was Trent's massive weakness. I'm not saying he will, but so far from what I've seen in pre-season, he at least has the desire to get back. Trent didn't have that, especially in that United game. That was pathetic. Berkz has been brought in to bring creativity in a different way. On the ball, maybe not as good as Trent on the ball, like absolutely amazing, but with his control, with his touch, being 2-footed, he's opening up channels already everywhere, and you can see it in pre-season. His touch is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So, yes, we have lost, but we have replaced in a different way, in a different position.
I think just to sort of wrap this up about Liverpool a little bit is I think this is the first time we're left with question marks when it comes to Liverpool.
It's been such defense.
Just Liverpool in general. Yeah, it's been such a solid team that's been set for years on end with only minor changes here and there. This is the first time we're seeing, 5-6 players that could be in the starting 11 that have been brought in as fresh legs to revamp the project. So I think this is the first time we're seeing question marks around Liverpool about what these players can give to the team and can they build even stronger than what they were, because we know they were incredibly strong as an 11. Do these question marks worry you? Do they excite you? Is it something to look forward to?
Me personally, I know that Berkz mentioned
boys.
this. Was it like the week before? You were saying it might have. You've got questions on the amount of changes we've made. you said it might be worrying. For me, I'm not worried in that sort of sense. I'm actually happy with some of the new stuff that we've brought in, especially Kirkes. I was talking to Veki about this as well. I'm really glad that we've got someone like Kirkes. It'll start over Robertson, obviously. Obviously, way better of a player than I think Simicast is. I think Wirtz is a great signing. So I'm not too worried about that. But to the point of having too many changes in the one go for the starting 11, it does raise a question mark. It's a question mark on whether how consistent this team's going to perform and whether it's going to gel, whether it's it's going to work out. It's obviously I haven't seen a lot of these players play for a whole season, so we don't know how they pick up injuries and whatnot. Because some players pick up injuries a lot differently. Their fitness levels, and are they going to be able to run out a Premier League pace game? Because it's a different league. A lot of them are from different leagues as well. So that's another question that has come to mind. Because obviously different leagues are played in different paces. Different teams played at a different pace as well. So I feel like it's a slight question, but it's not. It doesn't concern me overall. I think overall it's a positive move forward.
Well, you'd hope so. You spent $500 million so far, so you'd hope it's
up to half a bill.
Our net spend's already at 150 or something.
The counter keeps going
Honestly.
up. Berkz?
I reckon I'm not concerned per se. I think it's more exciting for me, like to be able to, for me at least, for years in, and I think I said this the last time we were on as well, around like it's weird for me to see so many signings happening at once, but it's like a good thing to see at the same time. Like I'm enjoying the fact that we've been able to actually strengthen rather than just make a signing for the sake of it or just have some sort of backup. Like that we've got actual first team starters that are actually going to be able to make a significant impact, I would say. And for me, like there's obviously things that we need to, like I would be more comfortable if we would have gone into market for a defender now than pursue Isaac, because I feel like we've got enough firepower up front. Obviously Isaac, you get in there, you're going to complement, that's probably going to be like, you're going to lock in endless trophies for however many seasons ahead. But like for the time being, I would rather bide our time on that kind of deal, strengthen up the defense, and I'd probably be a bit more confident in terms of, I could be more assured in saying like, we would be a completely well-rounded team. But I think there's still obviously the question, like we'll see what happens this season, but I don't know if we'll be, like you said, as settled as we kind of were in the past, given that there's been so many changes. But it's still exciting to see, and I think I'm really excited for this season to kick off more so than I was last season. Obviously last season was such a that was a bigger question mark. What's going to happen with Slot coming in? How are we going to go? Obviously we ended up winning, which was a surprise for most of us, but this is a sort of different excitement and different level of anticipation in terms of we've got all these new players coming in. We've got a completely new, we'll even see what system they're going to sort of play with these players coming in as well. So it's going to be like potentially a bit of a teething period. Maybe we're going to have a couple first 10 game weeks of just trial and error. But I think it's going to be, I think I'm excited regardless of kind of the question marks that are still around, personally.
Yep.
I think the biggest question mark is, can these players adapt in this league? Because undoubtedly, from a logical, common sense point of view, anyone that's seen our left back last season, Robertson, he struggled massively.
Oh, man.
So if you're bringing in what was arguably the best left back in the Premier League last season, that's an upgrade on paper.
Kirkes, I can confidently say
is he going to be able to handle? Because Bournemouth to Liverpool is a big move. And in pre-season so far, like, yes, you can tell he's a good player, but he hasn't shown me that he's the best left back in the Premier League. He still looks like he's trying to fill the boots of being a left back at Liverpool. Defensively, he's amazing and solid, but at Bournemouth, he was all round action. Any side that has Wirtz in it, he's going to be an improvement straight away. However, can he replicate what he's doing in Germany? Don't know. We'll have to wait.
There's a thing that I reckon a lot of players underestimate coming into the Prem, and it's how physical the Prem actually is, and
that's what I meant about
that's
injuries and stuff like that. Like,
that's what I mean. Like you've got all these talents that have come, and people are like, they've predicted that they're going to take the Prem by surprise and absolutely dominate, and they come in and it's just like they can't put in two touches together because it's so physical and so fast paced. But like obviously, as you'd be so excited, you've basically changed, half your team. Let's be real. You've changed half your team. You've made a lot of good signings. Spent a lot of money. This is definitely un-Liverpool-like. But
the one thing on that though, which is why it's not as concerning for me, is obviously last season when Slot first came in, he didn't buy anyone for himself, right? These are all his preferred transfers. So that's what I like about it. So they've gone out and bought players that they're going to fit his system. He's obviously liked what he's seen, and he's obviously one of these players. That's why we've spent such big money on him. So I think that's the prospect that I'm the most excited about, because it allows him to be like, all right, I've had my fun, won the Premier League. I've had to do what I've had to do. Obviously, like you said, you've been handed a great list previously, a good handover. But now he gets to do it with his pieces.
What I like is everything makes sense. Trent gone. Okay, we need a fullback. We got an amazing one at like a ridiculous price.
Too,
Then it's like, okay, Sob doesn't create enough as a 10. Let's bring in one of the best 10s in the world.
Yeah.
Perfect. And now Sob can drop back
and play his
rotate
8.
with the other 8s.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And
now
play-
you got
yeah.
depth all of a sudden. And Grav or Maka doesn't have to play every single game there is. Like I said, the only concern for me is we're so focused on being creative, being offensive, being attacking, that we're kind of forgetting a little bit about the back. All it would take is a couple of injuries and you're down to bare bones, like game week 5 in the Premier League season. And then there's, your other your FA Cups, your whatever, your Champions League, all of that kind of stuff that rolls in as well. So very quickly it can get ugly.
Oh, yeah, man.
Now, last season we didn't have any of that. We're quite lucky, but this season is a completely different season.
Now, the other thing I wanted to touch with Liverpool is Alisson has become a little bit injury prone as the seasons have gone on. From what I've seen of the backup in Mamadashvili, it hasn't looked the greatest. What's your take on that, boys?
Again, you've seen more of the pre-season games. I like Mamadashvili, but what I've seen in the highlights, I'm like, oh, like it's not. I'm so used to having Alisson there, but even again, he's obviously dropped off from when he first came in. He's not as like agile and nimble as he used to be. Obviously, he's picking up a few injuries as well. We've been lucky with Kelleher. I think he's been a great substitute.
And he's not there anymore.
Now that he's not there anymore, it's like, oh, okay. Now you've got another player who's new to the league. There's always something like that can set off a. It's much easier for a keeper to be set off in a new league, in a new environment, a new stadium. You know what I mean? Like with your keeper,
Onana.
Onana.
Oh, no.
Did well in his team, and then he comes to United. It's a different
The goals in the Champions League final.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's all that affects keepers a lot more than I think than outfield players.
I think also with the keeper is in seasons gone past, you've had a back four that knows they've got one of the best keepers in the world behind him in Alisson. And when Alisson hasn't been there, they know they've got Kelleher, who was an exceptional standard.
Oh, mate.
That gives that back line a form of confidence, knowing that behind me is safe. If the ball goes through, I know he's going to do something. So I think that's another question mark that hasn't been relevant in your team that's now there. As we said, Alisson has been picking up injuries a little bit more frequently than what we'd seen as he gets a bit older. So do you think that's something that needs to be addressed? Are you confident in what you've got? Is it enough?
Well, ideally, we would have never let go of Kelleher because he is better than Mamadashvili. That's easy to say. I think from watching...
Again, another downgrade.
Another. It's just the one.
That's
maybe
definitely
the one example.
Honestly, in the goalkeeping
Definitely the
department,
biggest
as a
question.
number 2 keeper, I would agree. It is a downgrade because I believe Kelleher was better.
Yeah.
Now, the big issue with Mama is he's good at shot stopping, but with the ball at his feet, he looks very nervy and uncomfortable. And from watching a shitload of La Liga highlights, when he's made mistakes, they've all been errors with the ball at his feet. Like, he's just not comfortable, and that would translate to the entire back four as well. So I do agree. Look, the good thing is he's young. He can still learn a lot of things. Alisson's there, one of the best keepers in the world. He can learn from him.
Taffarel, one of the best
And he
keeper
can
coaches in the
improve.
world.
So we knew probably getting him, he's a raw talent, and there's still things that he needs to improve. And it's very clear what he actually needs to improve on, which is the ball at his feet.
And with Oogie, that is his nose and hair. Moving on from Liverpool, boys, I think it's best we talk about United next, Riad, while we've got you here with us.
Yes, United.
United.
The pre-season games have been looking okay.
Much better.
We've gone from being, let's hope for a top half finish, to United can make the top 6, and potentially now we might be aiming even higher.
Can I ask you a legitimate question?
Sure.
Take it
Brian
over.
Mbeumo, was his gut photoshopped,
Yes,
or is that his
photoshopped.
actual body?
No, it was
Is that legit?
no, it was Photoshop.
Genuinely looked like...
Bro, I saw a replay where it's actually live footage, and I think that's his actual stomach, bro.
Bro,
No,
I think he's failed his skin
I thought it was Oogie with his Stingrays jersey on for a second. I'm like, bro.
There was a photo of a comparison of that one and the actual photo, and
And
it
it
was
wasn't much difference.
and it was photoshopped. But again, bro, it's that African genes. They've always got big booties and a
If anything, they're actually usually linked.
So it's
Interesting.
Questionable
Let's not
call.
go into this
No,
topic
it's true.
any more depth.
it's the way his body shape is. But yeah, with United, definitely.
Is it normal for him to play with Timberlands on?
To be honest, it was his first.
I'm joking, bro.
It was his first practice game since last season. So,
fantastic.
look, exciting in terms
error
of
404, bro.
the preseason games and what we've seen. And
What have you seen?
I've seen all the summer series. We won our first trophy of the year. Thank you very much.
Bro,
Can I ask
the
you-
goal you guys conceded Everton, oh my God.
Well, without
See it?
Yeah, that was
like Riad, this is a genuine question,
Sure.
yeah? Because I mean, we've been at this point a couple seasons now, back to back, and I think it was it 2 seasons ago you guys came to Australia, or was it last season?
No, it was the year. It was
Ten Hag's first or second season, whichever one
It's
was.
when Ronaldo was still playing for us.
Yeah, you guys came to Australia, obviously. You won here, then you went to America and you beat Arsenal, and hopes were high. Everything was looking really good, and
Correct.
obviously that didn't play out as the season continued.
Yeah,
Do you think this is different?
it looks different, and the reason why I say it looks different, it's what I'm seeing on the pitch compared to just getting results. Like I could happily lose every game that we played in the preseason, but what I've seen was impressive in a sense where we're actually applying a lot of pressure in our attacking half. And that's something that we didn't do under Ten Hag. So it's like we lose the ball and it's like straight away every single player is man-marking a player in order to win the ball back. A lot of pressure up top, trying to force a turnover, which was good.
Shouldn't that just be the bare minimum for a club
It's
like United?
absolutely bare minimum, but I think it's the type of morale and the type of players and the personality that he's brought into the club. It's like if I see Cunha losing the ball, it's not like he's given up and he's like, just gonna start basically walking back to the defense. He actually goes and wins his ball back, and it's the same type of play that Cunha is as well.
So when
If he was to
United
lose a
do
player-
win the ball back, what are you seeing on the ball that's kind of making you confident for this
Fast
upcoming
transition,
season?
very fast. Yeah. Like I don't know if you guys saw any of sort of the games, but we're literally in our attacking half in a chance to score a goal within 3 touches, and it's all one ball touches. So it's like they call it Amorim ball,
I don't think anyone's ever called
After
it.
no, there was a play where it looked incredible, and I'm like, okay, I haven't seen this in 2 years.
Are you referencing this off the one play down the right
No,
hand
no,
side
no.
against Everton?
Yeah, you saw it.
it
Yeah,
Bruno?
I saw
Is it
it,
in
but it
Bruno?
was-
One touch and
Riad
went-
saw an Instagram
very
reel
direct.
say with the caption Amorim ball. They're calling it
Are you
Amorim
basing
ball.
everything you're
I'm
saying
not basing
off that-
everything.
off that-
I'm not basing everything, but you see the idea and you see where we're heading and you see what Amorim's trying to do.
Do you think the
Okay.
way you guys started against Everton with those two up top, the new transfers?
So Cunha was playing as the highest striker,
Yeah,
basically.
Cunha was playing as a-
So we weren't playing with a complete starting 11.
No, it was
You know what I
definitely
mean?
not, yeah.
Yeah, but just seeing those type of players feed off each other and complement each other is quite refreshing because it's like it's like it's football that we haven't seen in a very long time. And I'll be honest with you, we haven't been playing good football since Sir Alex Ferguson days. Yeah. Not like we've grinded results. We've won FA Cups. We've won Carabao Cups. We've qualified to Champions League. But we've always been that team that's like counter-attack football.
You missed the
Counter-attack
point
football.
one Conference League.
Yeah,
football, bro.
no. But it's like we've always. Whereas when you've watched Liverpool and you've watched Arsenal and you've watched Man City, and it's like you can see their identity and it's like what they're trying to do. And with United, it's like we never saw it, especially under Ten Hag. Like where he was trying to implement, it was all out the window because the players that he signed couldn't just execute what he was trying to do, play from the back. We were turning the ball over so many times, but I think what Amorim's trying to do is definitely much of an improvement. And yeah, it gives us hope. I'm feeling confident.
So
Genuinely, I'm feeling confident.
You're encouraged with your signings.
Yes.
How about the midfield?
Okay, so that's one area that we're definitely lacking. And we're lacking pace, we're lacking composure, we're lacking just pure like grunt? Like a box to box.
Bro, what have you guys done? What have you guys done with Ugarte? What have you done with him?
Oh well, Yuka's only played a season for us.
Yeah, bro, you said he's going to be amazing when he first came in. Transformative.
Yeah, look,
He's faded, bro. He's faded.
No.
Manu,
Look,
same thing. Faded.
No, you can't judge these players because it's like they've had two managers in one season with two different ideas and two different game plans. Okay, and it's just, it takes time. It takes time for them to actually evolve into the player that they hope to become one day. And and I spoke about this last time with Amarim, and I said there's no more excuses. He's actually had his preseason. He's signing players that he wants. And it's exciting because it's like, for the first time, our transfer approach it makes sense. Like you guys said, it makes sense. We've solved this play, but we've replaced him with someone that's similar.
What does no excuses mean, though? What does that mean for a table finish? Because
Okay,
we
we all thought United were broke. Like, even me. We all thought United were broke, and we're not going to make, all these marquee signings. Man, we've just gone and spent, 70 on Mbeumo. We've spent 65 on Cunha, and Sesko now is coming to United. So there's another
Latest
80
bid is
million
like,
to
what, 85?
to Sesko.
85 million euros.
Amarim's come out. He's saying that we're still going to sign a midfielder. So there you go. We're signing another midfielder. That's 5-6 key signings that are going to
boys open
influence the club, the
Open
team.
forum.
So yeah, there's no excuses in that sense.
I'm going to ask you this, but this is also for the rest of the boys. I still don't get why players are going to United over someone like Newcastle.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Just makes me happy.
Better stability, Champions League football, good squad. Yes, he might not have the same reputation or pull like United, but as a club, they're in a much better spot than United. Right. So why would someone like Sesko go to United, especially considering the season that they've had?
No pressure on wages.
Do you reckon?
Nah, definitely pressure.
We said wages,
I don't
but
know.
apart
No
from that,
pressure.
bro,
Definitely
couldn't think of
pressure.
it.
Do you think that's the main?
He can't be any worse than what they've got.
Because, bro, if you were his agent, what would you logically say is the
it
better
that.
move?
What if it's an agent's fee? Because sometimes it's that as well. What if he's getting some kickback and he's like, you know what, I'm sending you to United for this reason?
I don't know. I mean, objectively looking at global football right now, undeniably Manchester United is a massive team. Also, undeniably, they've been horrible for multiple seasons. Signings haven't worked. Players have gotten worse. Bar Bruno, I can't say a single player that's gone there and gotten better. I think that's fair to say. Like, who have you signed and you've been like, all right, they've come here as this and now they're this, which is so much better than what they came
The
here
last
as.
few years, everyone else has gone
think-
arguably worse.
Yeah.
Besides
Almost
Bruno,
career
I
dead.
genuinely can't see a player that's gone there and improved and gotten better.
Oh no, there is a couple that
Who are
obviously have improved, but they haven't hit the heights of Bruno. But you've got players like, no. You've got I forgot how do I forget his name? But the Moroccan player.
Ahmad,
No,
Mazraoui?
Ahmad's one of them. But Mazraoui's
has he improved?
He's
'Cause
definitely improved.
He was good at Bayern,
but he was a bench warmer.
but he was good
at
at
Bayern.
Bayern. But Bayern had Alphonso Davies. They had players that were
Yeah.
far better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's come and he's
I feel like at the very least
He's
he hasn't
actually-
gotten worse, but I
Yeah,
don't
he
think he's
hasn't
gotten
gotten
better.
worse. He hasn't
no,
gotten
he's
worse, no.
definitely gotten better.
But all right, we'll say he's got a marginally
Like,
better.
because we
but-
never signed Mazraoui as a starting player. We always thought he was a depth type of player, but he won his spot and he's like now
But the
part of the
inverse
starting
that-
squad.
The inverse of that, the players that have left United have gone to other heights.
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
Like so, it just begs the question of what LP.
That's
was
why I
saying
don't. That's
before.
why. That's why I disagree with Alp in terms of pressure.
I don't know.
I think there's more pressure playing for United.
I think that proves the point the other way around.
No,
Because
no,
they've
no.
got no pressure. The guy's just like, I'm going to start anyway.
cruising,
like
yeah.
I'm not going to go as hard. I'm getting paid 250k.
So you're going to have
whatever.
the same problem that you've had with Rashford.
Whereas you go to
different
like
player.
you're loaned out, or you get like McTominay went to Napoli, right? He had to prove himself there because it's a different league. Like, and he got so much better. I think I don't know.
Won
He
the
was a
league.
completely different player there.
The guy's
I
James
think
Bond.
you can't look.
when,
Look,
when I say pressure,
Yeah.
the weight of playing for Manchester United is massive.
Yes,
Absolutely.
That
That's what
badge
I'm
is
trying to.
huge.
Yeah.
But today, there is no expectation of Manchester United to do anything.
Yeah.
There's no expectation of them to win trophies. There isn't, bro.
There's always expectation for a club like Man United
From the
to
I'm
win
fans,
trophies.
from
sorry.
the fans, maybe.
Not at
but
this
that's-
stage.
right now, realistically, there can't be any pressure on Manchester United to do anything besides improve on their current table finish.
At this stage now, and with the message that we've sent and the signings that we've made, for me, it's like, hey, we need to make European football.
We talk about the signings you've made. Let's go through them because
Yeah.
you've signed Cunha from Wolves,
Prem proven.
16th.
Yeah.
You've signed Mbuemo from Brentford, 12th.
Prem proven.
You've signed. Well, it's looking. it's looking like you're going to sign Sesko. 13 goals, young
Yeah.
striker.
For me, that's got question marks on that signing.
But you're talking about all these brilliant signings you've made, and
Yeah.
they are quality players. But these players aren't coming from elite clubs.
Yeah, but those
They're
players
coming-
also were the main men
The cream
for
of
their
the crop.
respective clubs as well.
Absolutely, but their clubs weren't special.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're talking about players that even Arsenal and Liverpool and all the big clubs were interested in and wanted to sign. But
I
they're
agree.
coming to United.
But we all wanted to sign them as backup. Mbuemo, backup to Saka, backup to Salah.
Correct.
Cunha wasn't going to start in either
Cunha
squad.
would have started. He would have been a starting player for any of your clubs.
No.
and you
No.
cannot.
No.
Cunha would have been a starting player on the left.
Sorry,
You're telling me he's not going to start over Martinelli,
on the left,
or he's
yeah,
going to
but-
start over Diaz is gone.
He would not have started over Diaz.
Come on, bro.
Not over Diaz, no.
No
I
chance.
exactly. I agree with you, but Diaz is gone. He would have been a starting Liverpool player if you guys
we
signed
weren't
him.
interested
I don't
in
know.
that. Like,
I don't know if he would have.
I don't think we were ever interested in him
I don't think
properly.
he would
to
have
be
been.
honest.
You guys are just shitting on these players because
No, no,
they're
not at all.
signed
Shitting
for
on
Man
them.
Bro,
United.
it's not about shitting on him. It's just about being realistic. Like,
And I'm being realistic.
You've signed
these
players
players
will
for the
improve
first
your
time
squad.
will improve our squad.
Absolutely,
yes.
correct. But your squad is not to the caliber of the squads that are trying to win.
But
the league.
believe it or not, if our squad is firing, our squad on paper looks better than a lot of your teams.
Bro,
on paper.
What
What
do
do
you
you
mean?
mean?
I'm telling you,
Hold on, wait. Before-
United on
Maybe
paper,
the salary-
if we're firing,
salary paper
no,
does,
no,
but not-
You want to talk about talent?
Put the crack pipe down for a second.
You want to talk about talent? You guys want to talk about
I'm
talent?
actually dumbfounded. I'm lost for words here.
You guys want to talk about talent?
Okay, you know what?
Other,
Take the
other than
floor.
other than your
On
starting,
paper,
I'll-
what?
I'll-
Let him take the floor.
other than your starting team,
There we go.
do you guys have depth?
We're getting it now.
Other than Van Dijk, who's
feel like
about
we've got-
400 years old,
We're one of the teams that's got the most depth out of anyone.
I don't think so.
Now that we
I
do,
think
that
I
was our
can't-
biggest
really
problem.
I can't name any of
say
your
so
depth
right
players
Bro,
that
Curtis
that
Jones
would.
would walk into your team.
He would.
Bro, let's be real here, bro.
Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, they all walk
Harvey
into your
Elliott,
team.
Curtis Jones, two
Oh, Harvey
players.
They
Elliott,
both
there you go,
walk into
bang.
your
Two
team.
players.
Bro, Endo walks into your team.
Bro, get out
Rio
of
would
here,
get into
bro.
your team right.
Get out of
I'll
here.
be-
Rio would
Endo
be
walks into
starting.
Look, I don't want
Every
to.
week.
I don't want to jump to
All right,
conclusions,
give me-
but I genuinely
Give me a
think
substitution player
United
for
will give
Arsenal.
all your teams a bit of grief, and don't be surprised if we actually beat you guys.
Okay,
I'm
sure.
so glad this is
List
recorded.
me a
So I can
player.
play
Don't be
back to it.
surprised.
In terms of, I agree. You will challenge Arsenal, you will challenge City, and you will challenge United in those games.
Liverpool.
Absolutely, Liverpool. Sorry,
And Chelsea.
absolutely. I don't disagree with you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Bro.
in terms of squad for squad,
Yes.
if you want to make a claim that yours looks better on paper than
If we're firing, if we're playing to our potential,
you're just saying,
can't
you're
make
saying
claims
names
based
on
on
a
ifs.
paper.
names on paper, yeah.
I think you're delusional. I'm sorry, but there is no way.
No.
Like,
I'm not saying. I'm saying as a collective in general.
I don't know how you get
I
out of this. 'Cause
personally
if we
think-
go,
I think Arsenal-
Onana, Raya, Allison.
Yeah. No.
Like we're going Raya, Allison. If we go Timber, Frimpong, Mazraoui.
No, Mazraoui. No, Mazraoui's not in the equation.
Oh,
we're
who would you
we're talking about Delot and Ahmad.
Okay, so we'll go Delo, Timber, and Frimpong. Delo comes out bottom.
I don't think so.
You look at Saliba, Van Dijk, Gabriel, Kanate, and put any of your centre backs compared to those four, you're
Yeah.
not winning out on any of them. You come to
Saliba and Gabriel, yes, they're probably the best Premier League pairing.
But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
name on paper, you put any of your centre backs to those four, you're not coming anywhere near them. MLS, Kirkes, Delo, left back,
Ours Dorgu.
Dorgu.
We'll go
Again,
Dorgu.
you're
Dorgu will
not-
have a better season than Kirkes.
Wow.
Anyway.
Anyway,
What do you-
and then
what is-
if-
what's-
if-
what is
if
the
we
claim
just
here?
keep moving
Parameters.
forward, if we keep moving forward, names on paper.
Our midfield other than Bruno lacks, yes.
Did you see
But
this is a
even up
legitimate
front-
Now,
opinion? Or
but
no,
are we
he's
going for
up
up front
engagement?
now,
I don't know
I'm
if
throwing
it's a
down, bro.
Surely.
throwing
I can
down.
confidently say our front tackers, our
No.
attacking players,
yeah.
are now with the best on par. Bro,
So
we
you're
just
saying
signed.
Salah, Saka, and Mbeumo on par. You're saying
Bro, look at the
Gyökeres-
figures, look at the numbers, and
What
this
about
is
the
the stuff
numbers,
that.
bro? Salah scored like 40 goals last season. How do you even compare any of
but
that?
now Mbuemo's coming and playing for a bigger team, a better club.
But you're
than
assuming
Brentford.
he,
A better
he'll
club by
translate
what
his Brentford
standard?
form to United, which isn't always the
And
case.
Don't worry about last season. Don't worry about last
What do you mean
season.
don't worry about it? He was one of the best
about
players in the
United.
Prem.
About United finishing 15th.
Yeah, but
We're talking about as a collective,
what
as a
standard
club,
is
as a-
United
as a-
a better club right now
That's
for
what
him
I'm
to
saying.
be able
Because
to
you're
sell?
assuming that
We'll
Cunha
feed
and
him more.
I am
Bemo will
betting.
bring their
Yeah.
respective like previous clubs.
If
form
anything,
to
Zinchenko,
United.
Zinchenko
If anything,
starts.
they're not gonna have the
I'm
same
betting
service.
Zinchenko even
You
starts
know
for
what?
United.
Zinchenko will start for Arsenal at the moment. He is on the ball. He is quality, but he has his defensive concerns.
I'm just
as
saying, bro.
Belt him.
Don't be surprised if United outplay both Arsenal and Liverpool, and potentially even
But
get
that's been
some
the case
results.
when you were 17th. We just don't
Yeah.
play well
Right.
against United. It doesn't mean anything.
That's a blip, honestly. Like,
no, it's not even a blip.
Like
I
last-
have no problem with you saying that because yes, absolutely, the games against Arsenal, the games against Chelsea, the games against Liverpool, the games against City, United step up. United play well. You always challenge whether we win, lose, whatever it is. United always do well against those four teams. That's not in doubt here,
yeah.
except for the 7-0. That was different.
And bro, based on the fact that Works chose his number based off that 7-0, he's like, bro, I wanted to win because I want to repeat it.
The question is,
I
don't
personally think
translate-
West is going to flop as well.
you don't translate that over a season.
Yeah. Last season, erase it from everyone's memory.
last
It will
5
never
seasons.
happen again.
You know what the issue is, Riad?
Alright.
You're like, I get it. You made some signings. It's looking good. You thought you're gonna.
Yeah,
you,
but we're
like you
trying to
said,
send
you
the
thought you're
message
broke.
here.
But instead of being like, all right, I think instead of being modest about what you think how well you're gonna do, you've straight away gone European spot, and it's just like, whoa, bro,
that's the
relax.
thing.
hold on,
But
wait.
that's the thing. If we didn't go and sign Cunha, Mbeumo, Sesko now potentially, another midfielder, I would have said, you know what? United are just trying to get back into the top half of the season.
But just like
And
with
that's
us,
what
just because you signed a
and
series
I
of
can
names
honestly
doesn't
say
mean
that's what I thought we were heading
they'll
towards.
start playing well
Just
straight
because
away.
we've made signings.
But now we've made, but it's not just regular signings. We haven't gone
But
and
hold on,
signed
bro,
20
this is-
million.
But it's
This is
same
what
for
I'm
us.
saying.
No.
I don't know how they're going to play.
You-
Okay, but
you've
we've gone
turned
and
around-
signed players that we're paying top dollar for that are, prem proven in Cunha and Mbeumo. We've gone signed Sesko, who's one of the biggest talents in the world, arguably. We're after a box to box midfielder. That for me is telling me United want to compete with the best again. Okay, and don't say it hasn't happened before. Don't say it's like it's United. It's not going to happen.
No,
it's happened before. Clubs have rebounds after one season, and they're playing like an incredible football, and they're back in on top of the world.
Look,
They
I
have.
don't doubt
Yeah,
that.
they have.
Arsenal did that when we signed Jesus and Zinchenko, but we signed them from the champions of England. You get what I mean? Like,
I get it.
The players.
Yeah.
I can agree that can happen because I've seen it happen with my club. However, I just don't think that shooting for the stars should be what you guys are doing. Because again, with the amount of toxicity around the club, around the players, that's still there, it's going to take 2-3 losses back to back, and the wheels are
crumble.
gonna
I was just
fall
thinking
off.
about it.
crumble, bro.
It's kind of that's the problem because the fans are putting so
Yeah.
much pressure
Yeah.
already.
But that's the thing.
Well,
the
these
fans
guys
wouldn't
came
have
in
put
ultimately.
pressure. The
They can't
fans
deal
wouldn't
with
have
it.
put pressure if we've gone and signed
But the
bloody
pressure's
no-namers,
unrealistic.
bro.
Can I offer up just a really simple way to think about this though? Like very bare bones to think about it. So you've launched into, we've signed these 3 players. We're going for European football. We're going to get top 4.
Well, that's the target. You don't go
But hold
and
on.
spend
Hold on.
300 million if you're not trying to fight for European
This is how
football.
you debunk that. This is a really, really simple thought process. City, Arsenal, Liverpool,
Yeah.
almost locked for, I would say, top 4. You could almost guarantee they're going to be up there in the top 4 this year. That leaves one spot left for the Champions League. You've already got Newcastle, who are up there as arguably probably like a top 6. Well, they are a top 6 team at this point. Villa, they obviously haven't strengthened
No,
as much.
for me,
but it's still-
Villa have. I
Hold
think
on.
Villa
I
had
think
their
if
had
you
their
still-
time.
If you're comparing apples for apples, they're
Yeah.
still ahead of United. Where
I think
at
the
this
only
current
saving
point in
grace
time.
is that Newcastle, Villa, and clubs like that haven't strengthened.
Haven't
really, and
strengthened,
Tottenham
yeah.
still.
That's
That's
it.
your only saving grace.
Tottenham look
But
much
even
better,
then,
though.
even then, all of these clubs,
Newcastle haven't strengthened their
even
squad.
without strengthening, I think they're in a better position than United are with
But they're a better
these new
team.
signings.
Okay.
than United.
That's what I'm trying to say.
No, I get you.
And
But
also
you're also forgetting the
mathematically,
fact.
And they've still got Isak, bro.
And Chelsea
I'd
too.
say
Listen,
Chelsea's
Chelsea.
probably a shoe-in for 4th at the moment.
There you go.
Listen,
Chelsea
yeah.
as well. I forgot all about them.
For
just
to be in
that.
the top 4.
Yes.
No, no,
I
I
Chelsea's
get
a
it. I'm
shoo-in
not
for the
saying we're
top 4, I
guaranteed
reckon.
top 4, but I'm saying we will be fighting for a top 4
I know,
spot.
but do you get the
That's
point
my
I'm
thing.
trying to make,
You're
though?
also, yeah, I get it. But you're also forgetting we're not playing any European football. That's one game a week.
Definitely in your favour.
Absolutely.
Definitely in your
Okay,
favour.
you've got teams like your Villas and your Newcastles who haven't gone and boosted their squad are going to be playing multiple times a week, and we've seen what that's done to some clubs who haven't gone and boosted their squads. It's deteriorated them. It's going to work in our favour. Okay,
To be seen.
and for the first time, well, not for the first time, but Amrams has got his preseason. He's got his trainings. Look, I'm going to be optimistic. I honestly reckon we will be fighting for European football. I'm not saying we're going to make top 4.
I think this speech
And
is
we're going to be
gonna
making,
Arsenal fan
we're going to be
again.
fighting for European. Yes.
Well, United fans, something to look forward to. Amram's had his preseason. He's got his signings through the door.
And there's more to come.
And there's more to come.
Who said we're poor? Who said we're done, bro? Who?
United
Brother!
are on the charge.
We're on the
once
charge.
again.
Imagine being that staff member that got let go, and then you're seeing that Sesko is signing for like 80 mil.
I don't know. I actually don't know how we've come up with the funds.
Canteen
Genuinely, I
ladies
don't
like,
know.
go and collect their pension.
Hey, if you want the same level of hope as Riad, we're selling OTB crack pipes on the site now. Right?
I thought you were going to say we're selling OTB hoodies. Speaking of hoodies,
Plane crash calls by game week 5.
speaking of hoodies, we haven't actually mentioned our beautiful merch.
No, we haven't. But this isn't merch just yet. This isn't merch. We have designed our own hoodies for ourselves here. As you can see, the boys in the back row are repping them. Team OTB, that's our new branding. Nice and basic, clean and simple. That's what we wanted to go with. Now, we are going to put out feelers to see if anyone would be interested in something like this. Whether we do a second order or not is yet to be seen, but we might put out a poll or something on our socials. So follow our Instagram. Keep an eye out for it and chuck in a vote.
Who are we
if you
thanking for
can.
these, by the way? We got shared on the Instagram.
Sorry, bro.
Who are we thanking for the hoodies again? For,
Thread. I forget
Thread
the name.
traders.
Thread
Yeah,
traders.
traders.
Yeah,
Ben
yeah.
from Thread Traders, we appreciate your work. Thank you for
Shout
bringing
out.
our vision
Absolute
to
gentlemen.
life.
Are we having an Arsenal chat or what?
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting to come around.
Am I going to ask my own questions and answer them, or does anyone want to do that?
What do you think about Arsenal?
Ask him the questions, bro.
I mean, can I just put out a statement and then you can either agree or disagree with it?
Sure.
I watched a single, again, small sample size,
the Spurs game?
single game against Spurs,
Yeah,
and I
same.
still saw over-reliance on Saka and set-piece focus
Yes.
as threats. Nothing down the left, little creativity through the middle. That maybe had something to do with the style that Tottenham deployed. They were a lot more structured and defensive, more defensive than what we're normally used to. So, if I'm an opposition fan, looking at a team that's also fighting for the title, watching that game against Spurs, I looked at it and I've gone, not much has really changed. Gyökeres has come in. I haven't seen much of him. He'll obviously
None
get
of
more
us have.
minutes. He'll get more minutes. He only played for, I think, 10 minutes or so. I know Eze is still to come in potentially. What did you conclude from that game? Were you sort of thinking the same things? Did you notice different patterns?
Can I ask a question back to you? And that's just, Veki, how did you watch the Arsenal Spurs game?
Well, as you know, I love football so much so that I contributed $30 Australian to Arsenal Football Club.
I was dumbfounded. When you said I've just subscribed to Arsenal TV and I just paid $30, I swear to God, I was dumb.
Providing shareholder value.
I was like, what?
Straight to our
Maximum
Cronky's
returns.
wallet.
You've literally contributed to the
success of his club, yeah.
You've contributed.
You've contributed more than I have. I haven't even done that.
contributed to the mask, bro.
But that's how bad I wanted to watch the game.
You paid for Gyökeres.
That's what I call being down bad.
Bro, we said-
like man was down bad.
And the thing is, we put in the chat, hey, bro, Paramount is also airing the game. They also play all the other games and they're only like $10 a month.
Did you get buyer's remorse straight after watching that game? Because when I was watching that game, I'm like, bro, this is terrible.
Because I think it was 5 minutes before kickoff and I just wanted to watch it. So I just did the first thing that I thought of, which was Arsenal TV.
Take a shower
So I
afterwards.
paid like $30.
He was
Bro,
down bad.
I felt so dirty. Oh,
You would've.
and I got the whole email. It's like, welcome to the Gooner family. I was like,
Probably open the wallet like.
Look, in terms of what I've seen in preseason so far and how I feel about it, I'm not someone that takes preseason too seriously. It's obviously nice to see the new players come in and get some minutes, and that's always exciting. It's really exciting to see the youngsters. I mean, Max Dowman has been. Let's not go into a chat about a 15-year-old, but the kid is phenomenal. Marley Sampson as well at centre back, 15 years old, looks a real good talent too. So that's what I like seeing from pre-season. I like seeing the new talent that's come in, whether that's from the academy or new signings. In terms of the way we play, it did look a little bit horseshoey again against Spurs. I think that does come down to how Spurs was defending. It was a little bit funny to me to see a back seven in a pre-season game. I was like, it is pre-season, guys.
No. Arteta calls them tests. They're not friendly.
And Pedro Porro in his own half for like 90% of the game.
Yeah.
Was like, what?
It was a little bit surprising to see that.
What did you make of Norgard?
Sorry?
What did you make of Norgard?
I thought Noga was excellent.
I'll get to him. If you want me to delve into players individually, I'm happy to. But
I thought he was the... Sorry, go on. But I liked him watching that game.
yeah, but from what I've seen of us is we do look a lot more direct. We don't... I'm not going to claim to know anything to any sort of remote level about football as Arteta and the coaching staff at Arsenal do. But I think we need to do something to switch up our patterns of play. It does look a little bit stale at times. I do like how direct we look in terms of the transitional threat from back to front. But when we get to the point where we're inverting the left back, which is Lil Skelly more than not, and Rice is pushing up into the front, into the forward line, it gets very stale. And it does become that U shape, just passing it around the back line and trying to threaten. Now, whether that's something that we can work on, I don't know if that's a signing like an Eze can take. He's someone that can get the ball in that front line where Rice can't. You know, he can receive it there and take 2-3 players out of the game, whether it's with the pass or taking like dribbles or something. Rice isn't that player. So there's stuff to work on, but ultimately this is the time to work on it.
Surely now that you've addressed the number 9, surely the left wing is an area where you're sort of looking at more threat.
It has to be.
And Martinelli maybe moving to either having competition to where he's actually improved his level, where he can remain in the first team, or where he's actually a backup now. Because I thought as well, I know he wants to leave, but I thought as soon as Trossard came on, you could see like he was direct, taking plays on. He had a bit of a buzz about him, and that's what you really want to see from Martinelli. But he's just not... Like, I felt that in the little time that Trossard was on, he produced way more threat than Martinelli.
For some reason, and I can't understand why, Martinelli seems to always be stuck on the touchline, whereas Trossard he leaves that left wing position and he does go centrally, he does come out wide, he moves around on the pitch probably a little bit more fluidly than what Martinelli does. This is going to sound like a bit of a cop-out, but I don't think Martinelli's been platformed since 22-23. The moment we lost Xhaka and Jesus started getting injured, Martinelli has gone downhill. Yeah. The best he's ever looked is when he's had a left-footed, high-touch player around him, which was Xhaka. He could get the ball received, play the through passes, move the ball around, and Jesus there that he could combine and switch with. That's when he looked his best. Now he doesn't have that anymore. So what his future position is in the club, I don't know. Whether that's a starter or a backup, I don't know. Ideally, I would like a left winger coming in.
Would you say that it's like the most clearest weakness positionally at Arsenal right now?
In terms of our current setup, yes. Yeah. It would definitely be the weakest point. It allows teams to double and triple team Saka.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to happen.
There's no threat.
That's where the Saka's the threat.
Yeah.
Martinelli gets it on the left, and unfortunately, he just runs with his head down to the touchline. And more than not, the ball just goes out of play or he loses it. Every now and again, he gets his passport back and he does some Brazilian magic, but that is getting rarer and rarer as time goes on. Now, in terms of Norgard, I wasn't impressed. That's because he's done exactly what I expected a Premier League captain from Brentford to do. Be stable, be strong, provide exactly what he needs to, which is reliability. I think I'll see more of him as the season goes on, and that'll probably give me a bit more to go on. But the player that's impressed me the most in pre-season has been Zubimendi. He's looked phenomenal. And I can really see why all these teams with the biggest names out there wanted him.
What is it specifically about him that's impressed you the most?
Well, I mean, I just take it back to what we had last year, which was Odegaard having to drop deep to progress play because Rice and Partey couldn't do it as nicely. That's now gone. He can play a single pivot. He can get the ball off the centre backs and he can transition that ball forward, whether it's requiring a 1 or 2 touch pass, whether it's requiring him to carry the ball with a long switch, whatever it is. He just looks complete. Now, I've seen him get done once defensively with a transition, and his recovery pace isn't great. Yeah. But when he's paired with Rice, what I would like to see, and again, take this with a pinch of salt, I would like to see a double pivot of Rice and Zubimendi together, and I'd like to see us with an overlapping left back instead of an inverting one.
I think you guys have added well to your midfield stocks in that as well, like Norgard and obviously
Sanu.
Yeah, like I think that was what was needed for you guys. It adds a bit of that. What's the word? The fight for the shirt because they want to be in the starting.
The thing is, though, you're losing a lot with Thomas Partey leaving.
I was
talking on the ball.
Veki about this as well. I think that's a big loss because he was an instrumental player for you guys, like week in week out. And when he wasn't playing, I feel like you guys were lacking.
Well, he was arguably the best midfielder last season.
Right. Well, he who must not be named anymore.
I don't know. You can name him now. He's not unnamed anymore.
You couldn't use him as his.
He always seemed to be the problem when things were going really good. And this is going to sound
like an obstacle almost.
No, like. When we had our first title charge, which was 22-23, the game that I thought changed everything for us was our 2-2 draw with West Ham.
Oh, I was just about to say West Ham.
Yeah, and the ball got played into Partey in the central of midfield, 2-0 up, and he tried to do a little dink over the... and he lost the ball, they scored, and it was 2-1, and then the tide shifted. He was missing... he was at fault that game. The following season, he missed the entire season with injury and we're playing Rice in the 6. So he didn't contribute to the 23-24 either. 24-25, we make our biggest challenge in the in the Champions League. He sees a silly second yellow in the second leg against Real Madrid and he misses the first game against PSG at
that
home.
Was stupid.
So he has been pivotal to these moments that are defining in Arsenal's current career, seasons and the runs that we've had.
Like a butterfly effect of those little moments at instrumental big times.
Also, I will say, we never won a trophy with Partey in the team. The FA Cup we won was before he came, so I'm hoping maybe with his moving on, tides have shifted.
The curse is lifted.
Yeah, like this omen's lifted from Arsenal.
It's like the last Horcrux has been destroyed.
And something can transition, because he came, trophies stopped. Maybe with him leaving, trophies can start again.
It's another Pogba, bro.
I don't know,
I think from last season, one of the players that was sort of being questioned the most was Odegaard. Have you seen anything in pre-season to suggest that he's going to be back to his best?
Yes and no. I have seen him lock his ankle, which sounds really stupid, but for the entirety of last season, Odegaard couldn't shoot. He literally didn't take shots, and when he did, they were weak, they were placed, they weren't anything to get anyone excited. This pre-season, when he's on the ball around the box, he's hitting it, and I haven't seen him do that for a long, long time. And that tells me that his ankle's better. So I was one that believed he was playing with the ankle injury or it was limiting him last season.
He 100% would have been playing hurt.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it looks like he can hit the ball again. Now, in terms of, I think he needs to release the ball a little bit quicker, and I think he needs to stay out of Saka's space as well, because what he does, he transitions over to where Saka is, and that creates another defender.
Bottleneck, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd like to see him maybe a little bit more centrally, getting the ball in the central zones as opposed to getting it out a little bit wider, and leaving that space for our wingers to attack without as many defenders.
So with Partey gone and the new additions to your midfield, I feel like you've gained a bit more recovery pace. Like when you are, like let's say he used to lose the ball, and I feel like if he got beat, his recovery pace of getting back wasn't as good. I feel like Zubimendi has a bit more than him on that.
Maybe a bit more, but it's nothing extravagant.
Nothing
I'd
crazy,
say,
but he looks more agile.
In terms of recovery pace, obviously Norgard is quicker than Jorginho. So yes, in that sense,
for
but
sure.
In terms of Zubimendi Partey, I don't think there's much difference. When you beat Zubimendi, he's not going to
We talked about this, I don't know if it was off the pod, but we did discuss Zubimendi, and I said to you from watching his highlights at Real Sociedad, is it Sociedad or did he come
Sociedad.
Yeah. The biggest thing I noticed is in transition, once he gets beat, he's very, not very slow, but he's slow. He's not the fastest guy.
I feel like he's a bit more agile than Partey was, though.
But that's not like a base level of comparison.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And this is why I want the Zubimendi Rice double pivot, and I want an overlapping left and right back. Yeah, because it gives that protection, and it means
stability.
It means that our left back can be attackive instead of having to worry about being the shield. And it also means we can get another player, whether that's an Eze or an Odegaard, into those forward lines that can play in front of the box in a low block.
Where does Norgard fit into all of that?
Well, I think he just replaces. I don't think he'll be our starting.
Norgard was picked up for depth.
Yeah, he'll be cover.
Yeah.
And I think he's a brilliant addition for what he does.
What do you think of Buff Boy Havertz?
Well, he went shoulder to shoulder with Van der Ven and bodied him.
Sent him.
Yeah. So he looks good in that sense, but I think he's getting up to speed. So I'm glad he played. Everyone was complaining that he played for so long. I'm okay with it because he needs to get up to pace.
So has he automatically become, like, is he going to move back into midfield like we've seen him before, or is he pretty much a second string striker now?
I think this is the pleasure that we haven't had in a very long time. We've got flexibility. We've got players that can play in other positions. I don't know who's going to start game week 1.
Yep.
You know, there's 3 or 4 players I can say will definitely start. That's Raya, Saliba, Rice and Saka. Outside of that, everything could be a question mark behind it, you know.
See, the question that you asked the three of us about, are we concerned of these new transfers, possibly 5 new starting 11 players? Now, I feel like you've got that problem now with Arsenal, the new addition. So how do you feel about that?
I think we've got one certain starter, which is Zubimendi.
That's
the rest of it, we
Gyökeres is a certain starter.
No, this is what I mean. Like, we could start Havertz. And the rest of the team hasn't changed. It's only Zubimendi to party.
I think if you guys start Havertz, there will be mayhem.
No, but I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying in terms of we could start the same 11 except one player from last season, whereas you guys can't. So I think that's where it differs a little bit.
Yeah,
bro, it's
now,
a big step up.
I'm not saying...
Just quickly.
I'm not saying Havertz should start ahead of Gyökeres or...
Round 1, Arsenal United. Gyökeres. Sesko.
Sesko's not even going to be there, bro. He's going to be at Newcastle.
It's a great term.
Nah, it's not fully done yet.
It's fully done, bro.
It's fully done. What I will say, it's a little bit funny
It says
to me.
no club-to-club agreement yet.
It's just been updated, actually.
Ornstein's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But what I find surprising is game week
Don't show me
1.
Fabrizio. Show me Ornstein.
Game week 1, we could have Sesko Gyökeres. Sesko was Arsenal's top target, and Gyökeres was United's top target, going against each other.
Yeah, that's funny.
Like it
That's
does.
funny.
It is a little bit.
It's funny.
Funny in that sense. But talking about all these players, boys, do we know what their FPL ratings are?
Bro.
Because if you don't know, OTB has started its own FPL league, and the code will be right
Somewhere there.
or here. Somewhere on the screen here, you'll have a code to join our league.
No
now,
quitting game
shut
of
up.
6.
Bro, I beat Wood last time.
OTB League, ready to go. Join it before the season kicks off. There is a prize for the winner that hasn't been fully decided yet. But join our league. We'll be doing a weekly segment on the FPL. So that'll keep everyone hopefully engaged.
Simba.
So
Again, here's the code for the league. Join our FPL league. Everyone enter and
I finished third last year, above Ur, literally the last 2 game weeks. And I'm like, what's happened, bro? I beat you in the end. Because he was like 200 points plus ahead, and I caught up to him. He's like, bro, as soon as I saw that I couldn't win, I just stopped playing.
Yeah.
Knowing for a fact,
He
I saw
always
week to
says
week he was
that.
changing players.
Absolutely.
He's lying.
Well, absolutely.
Well, that's the thing. We're going to be keeping a weekly segment about Fantasy Premier League. So we have to be engaged
I'm gonna try
throughout
and commit to
the
it.
season. We have to commit to
I
it.
always
I
drop
didn't do
off.
my first draft yet. So.
I have to do mine too.
Yeah, no, there's been a couple of drafts done up. But, boys, I think it's time to... Everyone happy with this? I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Time to move on to our quiz. Why? What else are we talking about?
No, I thought we were wrapping it up.
No, this is a short quiz.
Someone's excited to go home.
We've got a short quiz.
He just wants to look at Twitter and shit.
That's right. I do.
He's
I actually want to go
he wants to go on like the Sesko stuff.
I want to go make some Sesko reels and upload them.
We are playing the Chase Liverpool edition. It is going to be a 3v1. Veki, Riad, please swap seats. You join us for the Chase Liverpool edition. We have the boys here, Fiko, Berkz and Riad, a team of 3 against our Liverpool nerd, Veki. Boys, how this is going to work is I'm going to ask you a question. You 3 come up with your answer together. However, as soon as Veki answers, you only have 5 seconds to lock it in.
Shit, no.
Bro.
Okay? You start 2 positions ahead. So you can get 2 wrong across 15 questions. If Veki catches you, you guys lose and he wins. If he doesn't catch you, you guys win.
All right.
Straightforward.
What do they win?
So it's essentially the last quiz winner versus the other quiz winner. So it's just me and Veki versus each other versus.
Oof, big talk.
We're on a team here,
big
bro.
talk.
We don't need this
And what do they
negative
win?
energy, mate.
They win not getting embarrassed by you.
I love how Riad and Berkz are always in the same team. They've never won. It's all right, boys. You got me now.
Today you're gonna lose.
Remember, as soon as Veki says done, you've only got 5 seconds to finish off your
It's
answer.
not fair though. It's 2 brains versus 1.
Whoa,
Who's the brain that's missing?
that's
How am I gonna say?
a masterful gambit. That one.
I like
Are
that.
we ready, boys?
Masterful
Question number
gambits,
1. Who did Arnie Slot manage before Liverpool?
Done.
Both locked in. Let's get your answer reveal, boys. We
Bad
have
spelling, but Feyenoord.
Feyenoord. Correct. We move
Oh
forward.
no. Hold on. I need to text that.
Use that instead. There's too much time.
One moment.
Is that permanent?
It
No,
says-
it's a laundry
you said
marker.
you can rub it.
I don't know what laundry marker means,
Anyway,
but
use
it's
the
a
other
laundry
one.
marker.
Yeah.
Use
go
the
for
other
it.
one. What year was Liverpool founded?
Done.
Nice. Let's get a reveal.
1892.
Correct, boys. Well done. Moving forward.
Bro, I thought
Brilliant.
that was 67. What is that?
Can I ask what the point is of Riad and Ferks?
Well, I
Let him
mean,
write.
If he doesn't know, we know.
Let him write.
true or false? Alisson is the only goalkeeper to score for Liverpool.
Done.
Can we get a reveal on your answer? You've gone false. Veki has gone true. The answer was true. You have lost 1 position.
It's all right. It's all good. It's all good.
Well, -1. Let me just put that there.
Wow, there you go.
Who's the other one?
Are you talking about penalties as well?
Master?
It was only
it's true.
Alisson was the only one.
I thought you were talking about penalties as well.
No,
Like it's one of those questions where you're like,
Yeah, like Dudek, this, that.
Yeah.
Alisson is the only keeper to score for Liverpool. How many times have Liverpool won the FA Cup? How many times have Liverpool won the FA Cup? Are you locked in?
Shoosh, bro, it's a big number.
I think
5,
that's about right.
4,
Okay.
3,
We've got
2. Yep. All right. Let's see your answers, please. Jesus Christ, what have you done? 14.
Yeah.
It was 8. Vicky's correct.
That's what I mean, bro. I said it was a massive number, bro. 14.
You've got 1 life left.
Oh, God.
1 life left, boys. This could be the quickest
Wait, he's
life.
caught up to us, yeah?
Damn it.
No, he has to get ahead.
He has to get ahead.
Yeah, he's got to get ahead by 1. What are the terraces behind the goal at Anfield known as? Are you locked in?
As well. Why do you rub that off?
Boys, it's just the main one. What are the terraces behind the goal at Anfield known as? I need to know when you're locked in. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Correct. Well done, boys. Cop and Anfield end.
This guy rubbed off Cop Animal. What are you doing?
What colours were Liverpool's original kit before 1896? Locked.
Yep.
Let's see your answers. You have moved 1 step away from Veki. It was blue.
And
What did he have?
I actually
What do we
had
Huh?
green.
He had green.
Hey.
So you go back to -1.
Let's go.
Go.
Needed that.
We've got this.
Now, Veki, you can lock in your answer whenever you know who this is. Who am I? I was born in 1999. I am of Togolese and Dutch descent. I represented the Netherlands at UEFA Euro 2020 and the 2022 FIFA World Cup. I made a high-profile switch from the Eredivisie to the Premier League in the January transfer window. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see your answers. Correct, boys. Cody Gakpo, well done.
Come on, bro. Come
We're
on.
both like, we both say it though.
Yeah, now it gets a bit more serious.
If you know the answer, take
Name the
text it
2 goal scorers in the 2019 UCL final. Name the 2 goal scorers in the 2019 UCL final.
Done.
Veki. 5, 4, 3. Let's get a reveal of the answers. Salah and Origi is correct, boys. We move forward.
Dun, dun, dun.
Who was Liverpool's captain during the 2005 Champions League final comeback in Istanbul?
Simba.
Riad, how's your day going? Let's get a reveal on the answers, boys. It was Gerrard. Well done. Question 10.
Why does this one feel like way more pressure on
So-
me?
Which former Liverpool striker was known as El Nino? Whoo, quick.
Done.
Easy.
Veki, I'm going to need you to reveal your answers after I ask you to from now on. What was yours? It was Torres, boys. Correct.
Why after?
Because I can build suspense a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can be a bit of a showman.
Trust me, I'm already on the edge of my seat.
Which team did Liverpool beat 7-0 in the 22-23 Premier League season at Anfield?
Done.
Reveal your answer.
Can Riad reveal it for us?
It was Man United, boys. Correct.
Say the
We move
name.
forward.
United.
No. Say the full name.
United.
Manchester United.
Who scored Liverpool's only goal in the 2007 Champions League final against AC Milan? Who scored Liverpool's only goal in the 2007 Champions League final against AC Milan?
Oh no.
Your timer only starts when one of you are locked in. 5, 4,
I'm trying to blank.
3, 2.
I've got something, but we don't.
One.
I'm not confident.
Let's see your answer. And it was Dirk Kuyt. Correct. Well done, Becky. It is now back to 2.
Damn.
This might be your loss, boys. In what year did Liverpool sign Xabi Alonso from Real Sociedad? Let's see your answer, boys.
We're locked in.
Not yours. Veki. They've locked in 2003.
Oh my god.
Reveal your answer. I can reveal to you, boys. It was 2004. You have lost the chase.
Oh my god.
Veki reigns elite.
Thank you for participating, boys.
Well done.
The chaser.
That's us done. Thank you for joining us for another
Thank you, LP.
episode
Solid.
of OTB. We look forward to seeing, I don't know.
Look forward to
something-
United
next
finishing
week.
top 4.
Yeah.
Riad's going to
like,
run off and check
subscribe,
Twitter.
Follow us on all the socials and please vote in the poll for the jumpers. See you next
Thank
week,
you,
guys.
lads.
Thank you.
Go.